In our next session, we're going to look at the benefits of stock control. So, the first things first, if you want to see the benefits, you must appreciate what the stock is. So, what is stock? According to your understanding, what do you know as stock? What is stock? Materials, yes. The products you're selling. Any other thing? Raw materials. So, stock, all the products your business has for resale, those are stock. Whatever you're reselling is part of the stock that you have. Again, all the raw materials or parts your business keeps and uses to make products or provide services is also part of your stock. Like in a case when she's doing a cleaning business, whatever material she used to clean are part of the stock. Whatever material, cleaning materials that she has will be part of the stock. And if you have a business that is doing a resale, the things that are on the counter are part of the stock. So you're going to see those kind of things. Different types of businesses have different types of stock. So the stock that you have will depend on the kind of business that you're doing. So let's see. What is stock control? Because remember, we're looking at the benefits of effective stock control. So what is stock control? Before we go to stock control, what do you understand by the word control? Because if you understand it, then the word stock you already understand. What is control?
If you're using one kind of cleaning, you have to control it. If you're going to use it for 1 month, it must be 1 month.
1 month.
Yes.
Okay. Any other definition of control? In your own understanding, what do you mean by controlling? Inflow and outflow of your stock. So probably the monitoring of inflow and outflow of your stock will be the control. So let's look at the stock control. What does it mean? Stock control means organizing the way, number one, you record your stock. So if you organize the way you record, if you're looking at the cleaning materials, when you record them, when you receive them, if you organize the way you're recording the receipts of the same materials, the ones that are going out, you record. We've given out this kind of materials out of our stock, out of our stock. You have to organize how you record your stock. Then it also means how you store your stock. You don't just throw things anyhow. If you go to your stores, there's a way you organize your stock that you can easily reach them and easily identify them. Then how you store your stock as well, the arrangement of stock as well. So the storage is keep well storage. The arrangement is a proper arrangement, how you keep them in your store. Then it also means how you check your stock. You need to continually check your stock that you have. If you don't check your stock, you may have trouble of having no materials probably.
What you have.
Yes. You may not know what you have or what is in the store. So you need to continually checking your stock. So that is still stock control. If you are in any office, let's say you are in an office where you are releasing stock to other departments. If you do not check that part of the stock, then you may run out of the stock before you know it, and that may bring trouble in the sense that it can stop some part of the operations in an organization. So for you to avoid the interruptions in the production or in the selling of your products, then you need to continually check your stock. Then the other part, the meaning of stock control means reorder your stock. After checking your stock and you find that there is a shortage or some part of stock is going down, then you need to do what? Reorder. Ask for more from your suppliers and restock your stock. So that is what it means by stock control. You record your stock, you store them well, you arrange them well, you continually check them, and you reorder when necessary. Okay? So effective stock control how does it help us? If you do your stock control well, effectiveness means you're doing it well. So if you do it well, how does it help? It will help you to prevent having too little or too much stock. You may have a small store. So if you have a small store, you need to have just enough stock that can fit in that store. So it can help you not have too little, not to have too little stock in store that our customers, remember, you're keeping probably for your stock is for resale, then the customers may require this at any time. So if you have less stock in store, then you're going to not serve your customers well at the end of the day. If you have too much, then you're going to keep a lot of money or a lot of funds to be getting in form of stock. Let's say you buy a lot of things and you're not using them. It means your money is kept in the stock. So it is helping you to control a lot of things at the end of the day. So you don't have too much or too little stock in the store. Then it also helps to decide what goods to sell. If you keep your stock effectively, then you decide, it will help you decide on which one you need to sell, which one is running out, which one is not going, which one is not being sold well, which one is not being used well, so that you know how to do properly marketing so that it can be sold out of stock or it can be used wherever it is being used in the organization or in your business. Then it also helps you see how much stock you need and when to reorder. If you do effective control, then it will just give you a clear picture that this one is going down and I really need to do what? Reorder it. Okay? So that is another benefit. Another benefit of effective stock control is to find out if you are losing stock. If you do not keep your stock, you know what it means? That somebody can go away with part of the stock and you don't realize. And that is dangerous for any business. So you may be losing your stock not through sales, but you're losing it through probably misuse. People are stealing them. So you need to effectively manage your stock. Okay? So this is very important part why we do what? We have effective stock control. That is one part that will help your business stay or die. Okay. How do you do the effective stock control? So we do by keeping records. There must be records in any store. I believe even in your house you need stock records. In your kitchen, if you don't keep your stock record of what you have, then you're going to miss one day, you may not have food in the house. So stock records are the written records of stock that comes into and goes out of business. What she was saying, how they come in and how they go out. So stock records tell you what goods or materials you have sold or used. So in the case where she's starting a business of service delivery, you need probably cleaning materials. It will show you what cleaning materials you've used and which one you've not used. So if you keep records well, it will show you that. Then again, it will show you how many of each type of product or material you have sold or used. So it will give you a clear picture of what is going on in the business. If you just leave everything randomly, you don't record, you may not know what is going on. But if you have effective stock control and stock recording, you will have a clear picture of what is happening in your business. And that is all you need. Then again, it will help you to keep records. Will help you when the items were sold, to show you when the items were sold or used. It will give you a clear time frame. When did we sell this product? You keep the records clear, it will be there. Then it will also show you how many of the goods or materials you still have in stock. And you need to know what do we still have, what don't we have. So that only comes if you have a proper and effective stock control. Then let's look at the stock records for retailers. You've been taught about the types of businesses. A retailer is the one who sells to the last consumer. So here we have how do they record their stuff? So when buying goods, keep the invoices and records. Let's say you're starting a business as a retailer. You want to sell it to the final consumer. What do you need to do? When you buy any goods, keep the invoices and receipts. What are invoices? Invoices are what it shows what you bought and what the price they came with. So keep those documents that you bought the items with very well. Then write down every sold in a daily cash sales record and customers accounts record. You must have customers account. You know your customers. For the case of the person who wanted to do the daycare, you must have the names of the parents. You must have their names in details. Everybody's name, every kid's name, you must put them. So you must write down every sold in daily cash sales record and customers accounts record. Then the retailer also need to have the daily cash sales record and customers accounts record to show how much stock went out. Invoices or receipts tell how much stock came in. So the retailer will need to know what did we sell, what volume of stock left our stores. It will only be shown through the records. Then again, the retailer will see through records the transfer the information from the two records and invoices to the stock cards. Okay, the stock card is it shows the stock that came in and the stocks that came out. So for you not to have a bulk of information in the stock card, you can do piecemeal records of your daily activities. Then you transfer the bulk of it as a summed up amount in the stock card. So at the end of the day, after recording all those small daily transactions, then you transfer them to stock card. Stock card will show you the items that came in, items that went out, and the balances that we have in store at the end of the day. Any question? Any questions so far? Yes?
Now, if I'm a shopkeeper, how do I record each customer's account?
How do you record
Where
each?
I have different customers, different places, and how possible is that?
You must have the customers' names with you.
For sure.
For a shop. Okay, for a shop you can have a daily, if it is a shop where you don't
Like
have...
a retailer, we are selling the products to customers,
Okay.
the final consumers. How possible is that? Because you have clients throughout the day.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. For that case, you may not have all the names of your the people coming into the shop. So what you need to do, you need to do the daily cash sales record that we have. Second last information. Have a daily cash sales record and the customer's account, but you will not have customer's account. Just have a daily records of what you sold. Because the customers may not be coming tomorrow. They just walk in customers and they left. So the case where we are keeping the records of the names of the customers is where we have a return customer. This is a customer that you've kept for a while. You know will still come back. In the case of daycare, you know this is a parent and will have their kid for 1 year. So you need to have the details for that customer. But for other retail shops like a shop for selling daily food and the rest, you just need to keep what you sold that day. If you sold loaves of bread, how many pieces did you sell? Just keep that in record. Any other question?
Like people who buy goods and bread in the shop.
That case. Now, if you have a shop that is selling on credit, then you need to have the names. If it is a next door neighbor, you need to know their name. You need to put them in some book, and I believe most of us have seen it. You have your name in the book, and you are recorded. So it's also there. So if it is a cash sale, you just put the items you sold. If it is a credit sales, where the person will pay later, then you need to put the name of the person so that you can refer to the person later. Is that clear? Good. Any more question? Okay, so after transferring all the records, the stock records for manufacturers and service providers. So what are the stock records for? We've seen for retailers. Let's look at the manufacturers and service providers. You know what service providers are, you know what manufacturers are. Some manufacturers keep records for raw materials because they will convert the raw materials into finished goods. Then they also keep records for finished goods. It is the raw materials that is turned into finished goods in the manufacturing setup. So they need to keep that record. Then service provider makes stock record of spare parts, like our sister here. She will keep the records of the spares or the tools that she's using. She must keep that. Then you must keep also records of spare parts that are being used for services. So the spare parts for selling, the spare parts for usage. Whatever you're using, you keep the spare part, you keep the records, and whatever you're selling also, you keep their records. Then what is stock taking? We need to take stock. Always go about taking your stock. Go through your. We looked at ways of effective stock control. One of the things was to monitor. Always check. So monitoring is checking is part of stock taking. So stock taking is a system of physical counting and examining the stock and then comparing the list to the stock card. So sometimes you need to go just confirm is what we have in the records, what we have in the stores. You need to confirm. Then why do you need to do stock taking? Why do you need to do this? Stock taking helps you to check the conditions of your stock. You need to know, are they still fine or they have expired? Exactly. Are they expired? Are they still fine? Can you still sell them? Then also, stock taking also helps you to find out if any stock is missing or how much stock is missing. It can help you reduce a lot of wastage and theft. Then, steps to follow for taking stock. How do you take stock? Make sure stock is arranged well. We looked at that. Prepare a stock taking list. You must have all your list of stock you want to take. Then count the amount of stock and write down the quantity on the list. Then transfer the information from stock cards to a stock taking list. Then compare the stock cards to the list and correct the quantities on the stock card. So after that, we'll have the correct amount of stock that you have. How often should you take stock? How often?
Every month.
Every month, yes. Any other person?
Quarterly.
Quarterly. So how often depends on what kind of business you do. There are other businesses that will require you to do daily stock take. Others will be monthly, others will be weekly, others yearly. So that depends on the kind of business you're doing. So do take stock taking more often if you do not keep stock records, have large quantities of stock, or have many different types of goods materials, or are not sure if the stock is secure, or have many people working in your business, or have problems with their missing stock. Do not do stock taking less frequently if you keep good records, you have small quantities of stock, have only a few different types of goods, have only a few people working in your business, or do not have problems in missing stock. And that is the end of our study. Thank you very much for your time.